to Cook Ground, a podcast from Defy Initiative, where we stand up and speak out, where we change the rules, and where we unlock resources. This week, we want to talk about insulin, a drug that has helped millions of people, but that has showed that in Uganda and in the rest of Africa, it's very, very important. Today we have a panel that has over 80 years of lived experience. 80 years of combined lived experience with type 1 diabetes. Today we'll also have a quiz. My quiz master is here. He's excited and he's ready. And then we'll also have some tea, where we'll talk about issues that affect our type 1 diabetics in Uganda and hopefully as well in Africa. Allow me to introduce the panel. Firstly, my quiz master, Darren.
Yeah.
Darren will be talking about what insulin is and the inequalities of insulin. Darren, you want to say hi to my people?
Hi, back with you is Darren Muhanji, co-ground. I'm the minus 26 of the 80 years I've spent 26 years with diabetes.
Thanks, Darren. Next I have the wonderful Prince, Bernard. Bernard will be talking about the different types of insulin injection techniques and largely about the stigma that surrounds insulin usage. Darren, Bernard, you want to say hi to the people?
Yeah. Hi, the audience. My name is Bernard. Nice to be back here. Hope you enjoy the show.
Fantastic. It's always a pleasure having you here.
Thank you.
I have the amazing Hamida, the voice, the honorable. She will introduce herself and say more about herself. But today she's going to be talking to us about issues dealing with supply chain, issues dealing with accessibility. And she's going to tell us a lot about where we can find the clinics, where we can find insulin in Uganda. Hamida.
Hello everyone, my name is Hamida and I'm very, very excited. I have lived with T1D for 19 years.
Wow, 19 years. I told you we have 80 years combined lived experience. I hope you've been counting and saying how many are left now. But today we're also joined by a special panelist, Noeline Duffin. She has lived with T1D for, she will tell you how many years she's lived with T1D. But she's a very important person today because she's going to share the lived experiences and what happens in the community. Noeline?
Hello everyone, I'm Noeline Duffin Ikoro. 17 years with diabetes, and life has been normal to me, actually.
All right, thank you. That's my panel today. And I want us to dive right into the first segment, which is really about insulin. And I want to ask my first speaker, my first panelist, Darren. Darren, I want you to share with the people listening in ground, not just in the community, but also outside there. What is insulin? What is this insulin? Why is it so important to people living with type 1 diabetes?
Okay. Insulin is a hormone. It's a hormone in form of a protein that is produced by the pancreas, and its work is to regulate blood glucose. Yeah. So whenever you eat food, for example, mostly food with carbohydrates, for example, bananas, posho, rice, the body, after you have consumed it, the body communicates with the pancreas, and the pancreas produces insulin that helps to regulate those blood glucoses. Because carbohydrates, they raise the blood sugar. So that's where the pancreas comes in and produces the insulin that will help you regulate those blood sugars, because they're not supposed to be very high. So if your pancreas is able to make insulin, not like ours, the insulin regulates those blood glucose levels to normal. Yeah.
Interesting. So why is this very important for people living with type 1 diabetes, this insulin?
So the purpose of insulin is to, when we eat carbohydrates, or the energy-giving foods, mostly, foods with glucose. So the pancreas produces insulin that that is key in unlocking the cells that work on the blood sugar control.
It's interesting. I know as T1Ds, we have to, as is stated, as T1Ds, we don't produce insulin. And we find ourselves having to introduce this insulin into our bodies. And that's why I want to bring in Bana, the Prince. Bana, tell me about these different types of insulin. Because I understand you have to inject. How do you do that? And I'm told there's a little bit of stigma surrounding this. Could you?
So, okay. So now we have like 5.
Hi.
Yeah. Types.
Wow, that's a lot.
Which work in different ways.
Okay.
We have short acting, rapid acting, intermediate, pre-mixed, and long acting. All those are types. Fortunately, I carried some.
You use all of them at once, or?
No.
Okay.
Well, for in Uganda, the maximum we use as of now, we only use 2. Either you go for rapid acting and long acting, short acting and long acting and pre-mixed, like that. Yeah. So fortunately, I carried a few.
Oh.
Yeah.
You should share. For those who will be watching this podcast, or those who are listening in, he's going to show us some of the types of insulin that we have in Uganda.
First of all, let me talk about blood sugar checking.
Okay, that's interesting.
Because before any injection, it is advisable to first check your blood sugars.
Okay.
Yeah, and we have a machine.
What's that? It looks like
looks
like a phone.
Yeah, it does. It looks like a phone, but it's not a phone. Okay. It's called a glucometer. Most of the T1Ds in Uganda, this is what they use.
Okay.
There are others which are advanced, but I'll use this because it's what I have now as an example. So this, it's under ACT check. It's a type called ACT check, and these are strips. Okay. The ones we use on the machine. It is also ACT check. Yeah. So every now and then, I think after every 2 hours, during the day or throughout the day, you have to, as a T1D, you have to be checking your blood sugars. Okay. Yeah, to make sure it is normal. Normal blood sugars range.
I was actually going to ask you what do you mean by normal?
Yeah. It has to be between 4 to 10. Okay. The machine will tell you.
The machine. So
yeah.
After you pricked you.
Yeah. In fact, let me prick.
You want to prick?
Yeah.
Is it painful or something?
It's not. It's actually easy. Very sweet at times.
Like that?
Yeah, just like that. You don't even feel a thing. So you squeeze out a little blood, just a drop, and you put it.
Okay. And then you wait for it to tell you what
you
the
wait
reading is?
for like 7 seconds. Then it shows you. So this is actually high. It's 12.3.
12.3?
Yeah.
Okay. So it's above the normal that you
This is a hyper. We discussed about hypers and hypos last week.
Yes.
Yeah. So it's high. Basically, normally what we do, if it's high, you take a correction dose. Okay. For the short-acting insulin. So the types of insulin I have.
That looks big.
This is a pen. It's like my car. So the real thing is here. This is called Humulin S. It is a short-acting insulin.
So what's this short-acting insulin?
Short-acting.
Why is it called short-acting?
We take this normally 30 minutes before food.
Okay.
Before we take food, it helps us break down the food and manage the glucose. But for a short period of time, between it could be 1 to 2 hours. So that's why it's called short-acting. So I put it here. Actually, you have to be a good sciencer when you're T1D.
And some of us who didn't do science.
Yeah. So I have
Yeah,
a small needle.
Okay.
This it's called Novofine.
So it's not the big needles that we
No.
grew up fearing.
Yeah, those are for animals. Humans, we use these ones, small. So you tie it on the pen, just like this. Remove the cap. This is the cover.
Okay.
You remove it. This is the size.
It looks very tiny.
Very tiny.
But it's
Not
still,
painful.
It's an injection. It must still hurt. Right?
Yeah, it doesn't hurt that much. Yeah.
I don't know if anybody listening in would be willing to take that if they didn't have to.
And unfortunately, you have to if you're T1D.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's the only way.
Yes.
It's the only way. So now, this is where, because the pen has where you measure your
Okay.
units
So
from.
like a dial.
Yeah,
I can see there's one.
yeah,
two,
from 0 to
Okay.
this counts up to 60.
up to 60.
Never take 60. It's dangerous.
What happens if somebody takes 60?
You might stop. The heart might stop. It's very deadly. It's a weapon. Never use it.
That is scary.
Never take 60. I'm just scared. I'm kidding. But don't take 60. Normally, what we do, according to what your doctors tell you, how much you need to inject. You can do 4, 5, 6, 7, or 8, 9, or even 10.
So it's very important to listen to
Yes.
what they do. You
Never go to a clinic, buy insulin, and then inject without the advice from the doctor. It's dangerous because you don't know how your body works or how much insulin you need. So this is one. Or alternatively, if you don't have this, this is the iPhone Pro. If you don't have it, you come to your Techno.
Oh, this is yeah. I've seen syringes like
Yeah,
this.
yeah, syringes
Similar to the ones
from the past.
Yes.
Yeah.
It looks much smaller than the normal syringes we see.
Yes. And this, every time you see someone injecting, I'll show you later on the injection sites.
Yes.
Yeah. Anytime you see someone using this small needle, first look at the injection sites before you judge. Some say, you're taking drugs.
Oh, yeah.
Hey. No. So this is also small. The size of the needle is very small. It hurts, but not that much.
I think when you say it hurts and needles, everybody's just going to fear now.
So
So this is also Humulin S.
no, this is Basagla.
This is Basa.
Yeah, I'll explain the use later.
Okay.
Yeah, this is actually long acting. This goes along with now. For example, this was Humulin S.
Okay.
The one I put here. This is Basagla.
The short acting.
This is the short acting. This is the long acting. Normally, we take this once a day.
Once a day.
Yeah, that's 24 hours.
So it works 24 hours, and this one works.
This you have to take it before a meal, 30 minutes before a meal.
Interesting.
A serious meal. Breakfast, pre-lunch, and pre-supper. That's it.
So
Unless if you're
want to have
only
snacks-
correcting, if
So I
you
can't take it before snacks.
no.
Sometimes
No.
want to eat some crisps and some.
No.
Chapatis.
No. Snacks they're advisable to eat it. They're allowed. Yeah. Sometimes we eat them to correct our sugars. Yeah. So you don't need to take, or with advice from the doctor. You can only with advice from the doctor. Yeah.
So please listen to what your doctors say. Don't be your own
definitely.
doctor.
Now the long acting. I'm not going to take it, but I'll demonstrate how it works. You seeing this?
Yeah.
Yeah, this is where we put the needle. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Then we draw out insulin. Yeah. So I'll show you.
That looks like a lot.
Oh, yeah, I'm drawing. I can even draw 100 units.
Yeah.
Eh. So this is insulin coming in here. As you can see, life of a T1D
So you have to do this every single day.
every single day. But for most of a basagla, you do this once.
Once.
Yeah.
So somebody who's been, like Darren, who's been with T1D for 26 years, has been doing this
For
every
26
single day,
years,
26
every day. Every day. And before basagla, we have, anyway, let me get to that.
Yeah, because you said you had so many.
Yeah.
short
So
acting-
many.
Okay.
So now I've covered basagla, I've covered Humulin S
So we have covered short acting and long acting.
and long acting.
Okay.
There are other types, lantas of long acting.
So like different brands.
Yes, different brands. I have these two.
Okay.
This is Levimil. It serves the same purpose as basagla.
Basagla.
It
So
is
it's
also
long-acting.
long acting. Yeah. So once you get a chance of getting this, you can use this instead of this. Yeah. The difference, this is a pen. This is a pen. It also needs this, the needle. So you do the same thing as
As I did earlier. With
as this. So it is the same thing. This you don't have to be refilling it like.
Oh, so the difference with this one is that this one I have to refill in, and the other one I just
Once it's done,
change the needle and I'm good.
yeah, the refilling is done at the hospital. Yeah, you take back this, they give you a new one. Yeah. So
That's
this is
also
the
long-acting.
same procedure,
Same
long
procedure as
acting,
the other long.
but simplified than this one.
And then you talked about rapid acting or something like that?
Rapid acting. Now this is Novorapid. This is a rapid acting. When food is on the table is when you take it.
You don't have to wait for 30
You don't
minutes.
have to wait for 30 minutes.
What happens if I wait for 30 minutes?
For T1Ds, please don't, because I don't want you to find out in a hospital. Oh, yeah. So you don't, because once you inject, it starts working immediately. Yeah. And once you inject insulin, it looks for blood glucose all over the body. So before you eat, that means that your body is lacking or has small or little glucose. So once you inject, it works on that, and then it will look for what to.
Not to work on it. You won't find anything.
Yeah. You'll end up in a coma or
That's
something
scary.
even worse.
That's very scary.
So these are different types. Some of you have come, you found mixed-ad. That's prick.
I think about the mixed. I don't know if it still exists.
No, it doesn't. I think it was stopped. Yeah. But there is Humulin S, Humulin N. One is short acting, one is intermediate actually. Yeah. Humulin N is intermediate.
So what's
Humulin S, this one I carried.
yes?
It is short acting.
So what's the intermediate one about?
Intermediate, it works. It peaks in about 4 hours. So you have to also inject it twice a day. Yeah, you have to inject. Let me take an example. You're going to have breakfast in the morning. You need a long acting and one that is going to work on the food. The one that is going to maintain the blood glucose, and the one that is going to stabilize it. So you take it twice. Morning to take you throughout the day, and evening to take you throughout the night. Yeah. So those are the 5 different types.
And you talked about this, and I have Noel and Daphne, who's lived with T1D for 17 years.
Yeah.
Amazing. 17. I've had it for 16 years, so she's my senior. I
Yep.
bow and respect. So just Tell us about the stigma that's associated with having to inject yourself. Maybe when you're out at a party, you're in school, you're in class, and you have to. If there's a high, have you faced any stigma? What's it been like living with that?
Apparently, living with T1D as a very young girl is a bit impossible. And actually, when I get to interact with a few of my friends and people I come across with, and I tell them, you know what, I'm diabetic, they're like, hey, you're diabetic. Check your weight, check how you look like. They expect someone to be diabetic, like someone diabetic to be with a very big belly, to be with sunken eyes, as they can say, to be with like very fat feet, as I can say that. But living with type 1 diabetes was a bit hectic for me because the first time I was diagnosed, that was in 2009. I was still actually a very young girl, still studying. I think I was in primary 3. So
That was way too early.
and when they diagnose you with diabetes, so your parents can be like, maybe she's a curse, maybe there is something wrong in the family. So no one got to know that I was diabetic by that time. No one knew I was diabetic, so they were treating me. They were treating actually pneumonia. So they thought by that period they thought kids just fall sick of malaria, typhoid, pneumonia. No one knew. So and the fact that I loved eating sweet things, but it became so hectic for my parents. Because tell me why I'm 9 years old and still peeing in bed. Tell me why I drink water. After every, when you have a hyper, now a hyper is a hyperglycemia. When you have a hyper, you drink water over and over again and pee so much. So my parents were like, what's wrong with this child? Is she a curse? Is she a problem?
I know,
So this is what my parents do. They take me to can I say a herbalist?
Oh yeah.
They take me to a herbalist and they're like, oh, this girl is peeing in bed. She's 9 years old.
Were you the one who was asked to bring crocodile breasts?
Not really. But the fact that growing up I'm from the East and Itesot. So my parents actually thought that this kid must be cursed or something. There are background curses and everything. So you know what parents can think. So they're like, oh, let's take this girl to the herbalist. So the herbalist is like, this kid has been bewitched by the ancestors. And I'm like, Jesus Christ. No, I'm so young to understand these things. And I don't really know. But now, okay, let's leave that behind. You're talking about the stigma. I growing up and studying with this condition was a bit hectic for me. But then I realized when you do not speak, honestly, as a T1D, when you do not speak, you get to experience the hardest of times in life. Now, I started boarding in, actually, when I was in Form 2, Senior 2. And I was so scared. My matron knew about the problem. And I begged her, please don't tell anyone because I will not have friends.
That's a very big mistake.
Yes. So I was like, please don't tell anyone. Please don't tell anyone anything. So when it was time for getting my insulin, and by that time I was using Mixtard. So 3 times a day, I'm like, oh, it's time for the insulin. I ran to the toilet. I'm like, I need to get the insulin. I'm like, my friends, and that period, a girl child is growing. She needs to experience. And I'm like, I need to have a boyfriend. How is he going to love me when I do not, when I'm injecting myself?
Please, if you find a person with T1D, they're amazing people. Don't fail to love them. Please give them a chance.
Yeah. So apparently all that injecting time, even when I was applying for a job, at this early stage, I was like, this period, I was like, oh, how am I going to, they asked me, do you have any health complication? I said no. I boldly said no because I knew what would come for me. And there were so many people who had applied for the job and I'm like a good candidate. I tell them I'm diabetic. They're like, no, we don't have insurance, health insurance here. And I'm like, oh my God. But then this is what happens to me in school first. I keep quiet about it and I faint. I pass out and no one knows what exactly is wrong except the matron. The matron is not in school. It's only my friends who are like, she's dead. My feet were cold, my hands were cold, and they're like, what is wrong with this
everybody
girl?
must have been scared.
Everyone was scared until, because I come from medical, like my family, they are like medical personnel. So they call the home and they're like, what is wrong with that girl? They're like, she has fainted, we don't know. Now, in school, the criteria everyone thinks, they're like, maybe demons have attacked the girl, but no, she has fainted.
demons.
Apparently that. So I had to live in a small box, actually in a corner, about my health issue. Even when I meet someone new, a new friend, I'm like, hi, hey, why do you take so much water? Because I am a water person. Why do you take so much water? I'm like, I just love drinking water. I do not disclose the fact that I am diabetic. But then keeping quiet is like a problem. It's like, it's so hard because when you get a when you get a hypoglycemia, a very low blood glucose level, you won't be in position to speak.
Yeah.
Now you'll be the crazy one. You do certain things that you not really expect. So I really appreciate the fact that we get the opportunity to speak about these issues, and we get to speak to people and tell them diabetes is not a problem. It is actually, is it a condition or what?
Yes.
Yeah, it's a condition. So you do not have to push someone at the corner. Because I also had to interact with a friend of mine. I had just met him and he was like, hi, Noeline. So I start telling him, actually, he asks me, what do you do during the day? I tell him, I love this and this. And he's like, okay. So he sees me pick something from my bag and it's insulin. And he's like, what is that? Are you a doctor? And I'm like, yeah.
I know, right? Yeah.
But it was not because I just wanted to show off. I just told him I'm diabetic. And he's like, you're diabetic? Can it transfer from you to me? And I'm like, no.
The myths we're talking about in the previous episode.
No, you do not have to be scared about the fact that I'm close to you. So this is what happens. He gets so distant, he keeps avoiding me. He's like, that one. So I go and talk to him and I'm like, what exactly is wrong? He's like, I'm scared. I can touch you and I get diabetes. And I'm like, no. So people really need to be told. People really need to be taught about what diabetes is. I know, you know how they talk about other health issues and they leave out maybe being the diabetic people. People actually think diabetes is only for the kids, only for the elderly. But the children also get to face this issue, and we need a voice, and this is our voice. We are really speaking out, And me going through a lot of ups and downs because I'm diabetic did not stop me. That's why I look so healthy. If you literally look at me like, is this kid diabetic?
If you're listening in, I think you should look up for the visual on YouTube and see how Nolan looks. You won't believe she is 21 years old.
Yes. So that was a bit of me during that period.
And it's true what you said. This is why we have Co-Ground, a podcast, an opportunity for people to stand up and speak out about type 1 diabetes. We need to change what people think about type 1 diabetes, change the narratives, and bring these discussions to the fore. And that's why right now I want to introduce Hamida, the voice, because I want her to put into reality, into perspective, what actually is on the ground. Let me use Luganda. Ekiri ku ground. Jagala tugambe chichi ekiri ku ground. We're talking about insulin, but do people actually access this insulin? Or if I wanted to buy insulin, where am I going to find it? Hamida.
Thank you again. Honestly, when we start to talk about insulin, I would like to give a simple background of how we started to access insulin in Uganda about 16 years ago.
16 years ago?
Yeah. And I know that CDIC with its partners, Novo Nordisk, and everyone that has been part of this journey, it has been full of ups and downs, Those days I remember in 2010 when we had to go back to the clinic, where before accessing insulin was more of like a tug of war. I remember one day my mom almost had to collapse in the line. She was pregnant, and there was some sort of chaos accessing insulin through the general referral by the end of Mulago. And when insulin came in Uganda, for me to access it, I remember it was 2010, and it was more of like a blessing, because since then our lives have improved so like in many ways. And of course, accessing insulin in Uganda is, I can say it has been really good, but the journey comes with the challenges, which sometimes, of course, we have to struggle with. If, for example, I have to access Lantus, but the clinic offers Levimil or...
Lantus is the long-acting.
Yeah, Lantus is long-acting, and probably maybe you need it if you cannot use the intermediate or the premixed, but you want that particular type of insulin. It's not something that you may find in these clinics where insulin is accessible. And of course, sometimes when insulin is out of storage within these clinics where we access things for free, you find that very many young people living with diabetes, who are the first beneficiaries of the insulin, struggle to access it, and we lose some during days when we don't have enough insulin in stock, So, of course, the journey of insulin in Uganda and the access and very many things, we are still kind of back, because I know that we started having insulin pens, was it 2021? Okay, like seeing a lot of them. I think it was 2021, and we know that, of course, in other countries, maybe insulin pens were already there. We only have an option of being grateful, but we also don't know if the government of Uganda is accountable to accessing insulin in Uganda, because I feel like that is something that we also need to give so much attention. We really need to know that we are either, we have the budget within the budget of the budget of the budgets.
Of the budget of the budget.
If we are in there, and at least for a young child who is 1 year and the mother is a farmer or the father is a farmer, how are they going to access insulin if the government hospital available is the only option they have? You realize that the journey of accessing insulin in Uganda is still somewhere where we need to, improve and do better. And of course, we have different clinics in Uganda. What I know is that every region has these clinics.
Okay.
And
it would be nice if you could list some clinics.
Yeah. In, for example, Wakiso, Kampala, we have Molago, Nsambia, Lubaga, and Wakiso Health Center. I think, is it 4?
I think it must be like this, 4.
Yeah. And of course, in the east, we have Jinja, Mbale, Tororo. We have a clinic in Tororo.
Yeah, Tororo is my district. So. Shout out to people from Tororo.
Yeah, and also on the western side, we have Masaka Regional Referral, we have Cabo, Holy Innocents, and within generally the central side of Uganda, we have Nakaseke. I know of that one. I think we even have a clinic in Chiboga. And we have very many, we are having clinics coming up in different districts, and I hope that we can have that information available. And of course, the sad realities which come with many young people living with diabetes. For example, if you stay in Kampala, but you have a trip in Arua, you are there, you don't have insulin, and you feel like you have no ways of coming back to Kampala. That is not a big issue anymore. We have clinics even in the northern region, it could be the west, or anywhere in Uganda. There is a clinic at least either 30 miles, 10 miles, or 5 miles. So all you have to do is to, of course, stay tuned on this podcast. We are going to have more information about these clinics. Also, I know that we are facing a challenge of the prices of insulin right now in Uganda, but we know that some insulin is cheaper, some insulin is expensive, but the standard that I know is 40,000 for long-acting or short-acting. I had a very brief, beautiful conversation with a lady that I found at Encofarm pharmacy in Kampala. I was trying to purchase my insulin, and I was very confident about what I wanted. And the lady was like, you girl, are you diabetic? I'm like, yes, I'm diabetic.
And that's what you want to say.
Yeah, and the lady was
Starting
like,
up and
for you, you're not
figuring out.
confused. People come here, I want to give them insulin, they are fighting, I want this, I want that. I want to take my insulin with ice, bichi, but for you, you feel to be, very comfortable and normal with the way how you want your insulin to be given. And I'm like, yeah, that's a very normal thing for me. I've been diabetic for very many years. It is only normal now. Yeah, so...
And before we leave that point, I think we need to give credit to the amazing doctors that have really taught us how to, for instance, understand how insulin works. The amazing nurses.
Yeah.
Some facilities are run by nurses.
Yeah.
The amazing doctors, the amazing nurses, the amazing programs officers, like Mr. Dennis. I think everybody knows Mr. Dennis and the role he's played. Dr. Silva, Dr. Terry, Dr. Catherine, Dr. Bote in Mira, Dr. Beatrice in Gulu. Amazing.
It's been a very beautiful journey of all those individuals mentioned and healthcare workers, who reach to that warrior in every part of the country. So for me, as I conclude, I am very happy when it comes to the journey, life lived, and access to insulin and everything. But also there is another part that within me, I feel like there is need for very many of us to be easy with transition of buying insulin and getting there. We shall get there. We are not yet there, but we shall get there. Yeah.
True. I think it's one of the things that we now upcoming episodes on Uganda we shall have a discussion about that.
Yeah.
But it's a very important issue. And then also, as Hamida was saying, if you're stuck somewhere and you don't have insulin, please just go to your nearest facility, explain to them the situation, as opposed to staying without insulin.
Yeah.
I think you can, as a T1D, you cannot live without your insulin. You cannot keep your insulin. Okay? So it's very, very important that you walk to your facility, your nearest facility. As I said, we shall leave a link in the description to wherever you find this podcast, where you can actually click and follow and find out where this facilities are. So before I wrap up this, and I call you, each one of you, to give me just one thing, I want to come back to Darren. Darren, I've heard there's some interesting innovations from the community, from the T1D community.
We have a good scientist, also a diabetic, a type 1 diabetic, from Aroa, called Henry Almardri. So this guy came up with a way of storing insulin, because it's very hard to move with insulin.
Oh yes.
If you warm it, like if it gets warm, it can get spoiled. If it gets too cold, like in the freezer, it can get spoiled. But he came up with ways we can store our insulin and it stays for a long time. Yeah. So I'm going to demonstrate how Almadri taught us to keep our insulin.
So for those of you who are listening in to the podcast, Darren is going to demonstrate using is that a mathematical set?
Yeah, it's a mathematical set.
This is a normal set we buy in the markets and the shops.
Yeah,
right?
the ones we used to use at school.
Yes.
And those who are still in school, the ones they use. So when you buy a new one, you remove the stuff, you put
rulers
them,
and the tractors and the campus.
all of them, you put them aside. You can use them at school if you're still in school. But get them another place. Yeah. So this set, you see, it's a metallic set. Still, if you keep your insulin just direct like this, it will absorb heat. Like it will just absorb heat, and the insulin still gets spoiled. So Henry came up with a way of getting cotton wool.
It's normal
like
cotton
this.
that we find in
in clinics,
shops and clinics
where-
and
yeah.
dispensaries. Yes.
This is it. So you get a piece, tear it well, yeah, and place it in your set.
Fantastic.
Yeah, you fit it in your set
So I place it in the one half of the.
on one half.
Okay.
This is if you're not moving.
If I'm not moving.
If
I'm
it's
leaving
in
it
one
on,
place,
okay.
or maybe if you're not putting it anywhere around heat, you only place in one side like this. Okay. So you get your insulin. Let me say you have a pen,
Yeah.
insulin pen there. You place it in well. If you have these ones,
The basicles.
yeah, the ones Bernard was explaining. You also can put this here, and all your stuff.
Even the syringe, yes. If you're using the old syringes, yeah.
you put it there, and this is your set. Medical set, not geometry set.
Yes. It now becomes
Yeah,
it's no longer
it becomes a medical set. Yeah. So this is if you're keeping it at home.
keeping it at home.
Yeah. Here it is safe.
Okay.
Yeah.
So where do I put it? Do I put it in a pot? Do I put it in?
No, not anywhere.
Okay.
It will. You just put it anywhere in the house.
Down.
Yeah. Room temperature. Anywhere.
So I can hang it in the roof or whatever.
Wherever you would keep your stuff. Like let me say your pen that you use to write. Anything. It's where you keep your
Most recommended.
set. Yeah.
Where is it most
So
recommended?
the other thing, why it is most recommended, is
Maybe.
it's actually you just keep it anywhere because it's safe here
Okay.
on any place.
I thought that there are some places where it's mostly recommended, like on the floor.
No. On the floor, maybe we would put insulin on the floor. But not since it's in the set, it is comfortable anywhere.
Somewhere cool though, with room temperature.
Room temperature.
Okay.
Yeah. So the other thing, if you're going to move a journey, let me assume you keep your set in the bag. Whenever moving, let me assume you're going to school. Some of us are in day schools. So you're going to school. This is where you apply the second piece of cotton wool on top.
So the first piece, we'll put it down on one side.
Yeah.
And just close it.
Yeah.
And now we're getting the second
So
piece.
if you're traveling, you will need another one on top.
So we put the second piece on the other
Yeah,
side.
because as you're traveling, it might get into sunshine, and it will heat still. But if you put this cotton, it will stop that. Yeah, that's
So it
what.
sort of like absorbs the heat.
Yeah, it absorbs the heat. Yeah. So thanks to Henry for
thank
giving.
you.
Henry
Thank
is
you,
very.
Henry.
Yeah. Thanks to
That
Henry
life
for
hack,
this idea.
that's,
Yeah. So now we can keep our insulin for a long time. You close. You make sure you put enough that your set can close well.
Oh, yeah.
Here, your insulin is safe. Insulin needs temperature, like room temperature, so it doesn't need to get very, very warm, or it doesn't need to get very cold, like freezing. No, it doesn't need. It gets spoiled if it's put in such conditions. Yeah, thanks to Henry. Yeah.
I've also heard that Henry is working on a freezer, a cooler, that's powered by I think charcoal.
Really?
Yes, I've heard that.
That
And,
guy is he's an
he's really
intelligent guy,
amazing.
Yeah.
So, I don't know, maybe the partnerships and collaborations that can look
Yeah.
into this.
They
maybe
need, they
university
need to look out to that.
take up this project, and because I think that can be a solution to storage. That,
Yeah, like there are places I've gone to,
Yeah.
like in the north there, like let me assume Ajumani, there are Moyo district. It's very hot there. Sometimes I'm like, would the set survive here also? So that's where those things are needed. There's no power. Some districts here there are no power. That would work. Charcoal.
Local solutions
Yeah.
for local problems.
That guy is a genius.
He's a genius. We should host him. I think we should host Harry Madri.
We shall look for him. Yeah.
I think we'll speak to New First Media and we travel to Arua. All right, just before we leave this segment, I just want to just share one word from each one of you. I'll start I'll start with Noeline, then I'll come to Amida, and then Bernard, you wrap it up before we go into our next segment. So Noeline, just a quick one, 30 seconds.
Hi everyone again. I'm really very glad to be here to speak about what we go through and the very hard times, but the hard times can also be good times at a point. So you do not have to be afraid about the fact that you are diabetic, but actually act cool, like in school. And yeah, you do not have to be traumatized. Everything is actually with insulin, as they have spoken about the insulin. Insulin is a very good thing, so you do not have to miss your insulin and be cool. Diabetic person is also cool, like check me out.
You should see Bernard. If you're listening in and not watching this podcast, you should see Bernard. Looks cool. You should see Hamida. She looks cool. You should see Darren. And then Noel.
So don't be in the box, but be out of the box, is what I can tell you.
Hamida?
A word?
Yeah, just a word, 30 seconds.
Honestly,
I know you have a lot to say. Just somehow condense it into 30 seconds.
maybe inspirational. All my life, I have just been trying out things. Ivan, when I entered into elections and I won, like in a blink of an eye. So I feel like, thank you. I feel like people living with diabetes, or anyone listening, bro, just do what you have to do. Don't stress your life. Don't feel like you're diabetic, you can't do that. Those are things that we used to believe in long time ago. We have enough role models on the table and, people who are willing to help us. We have a community of people that are here. We are here to help you in case you're out there and you need support or anything. Please believe in yourself and just keep on trying. Things will work out.
Yeah. Indeed, as you say, please reach out to us on our socials. We are live on all socials: Instagram, TikTok, Twitter. And we will also leave a link description where you can join us. We also you can also find us at the health centers where you get your insulin form. We shall be there. Let me come to Darren first before Bernard. Darren?
Yeah, thank you.
That is 20 seconds.
Yeah. So I live by one motto.
Yeah.
One motto. What doesn't kill you makes you stronger. So that is the one thing I tell to myself every time I wake up. If diabetes didn't kill me in the first year or in the first day, it's not killing me.
It's 26 years.
It's just making me stronger.
26 years.
Yeah. And I sometimes feel like if I wasn't diabetic, I wouldn't be this strong.
Yeah.
I feel like being diabetic makes me stronger.
And cool.
And cool. I don't think I would be like this. Yeah. So everyone, if you're there, type 1, type 2, type 3, type 4, type up to Z. You just live by that. Just take your insulin, exercise, eat well, life will move on very well.
Fantastic. 20 seconds well used, but 10 seconds.
Well, Hamida won an election. And fortunately, she chose a T1D to be a campaigning manager.
Yes.
So I'm on the winning team. But anyway, talking about insulin briefly, back in the day, for a T1D, it used to be time consuming, most of our parents. It was not it was expensive, but not that expensive, because before we used to have only one clinic that used to give out insulin. Yeah, regardless of where you are, we were supposed to come to Mulago. Yeah.
And now we have over 68?
And over 58 clinics. So now things have improved a little bit. They have improved. It's a long journey. We still have a big part to. Yeah. But at least now it's better. It's getting better. So T1Ds out there, be strong. eventually, we shall reach.
Yes, I mean, it took Moses 40 years to get the promised land.
Yeah.
We hope it will not take us 40 years to get there, but I know eventually we'll get there. And as I said, DeFi Initiative is a platform, it's a community of T1Ds. We're here with you. It's T1Ds, for T1Ds, by T1Ds, with T1Ds. Our next segment, Quiz Master Darren is ready.
Yeah.
Our next segment is a quiz that Darren has set.
Yeah.
Darren,
Yeah. As usual, 5 points if you get the answer right,
5 points if you get the answer right.
and 2 points if you are assisted to that person who assists you. 2 points.
And if you're watching this live, if you're watching this on YouTube, you can leave your answers in the comments. And if you're watching if you're listening to us on podcast, on wherever you're getting your podcast from, you can also leave. There's a link we shall leave where you can fill in and try to answer these questions. So
Okay. Question 1. In which year was insulin first administered?
do I get to participate? Or?
Yeah. Anyone, if you have an answer, you put up your hand. I choose.
What the
Yeah? You have an answer?
Mine is not precise, but I know the years.
Okay, it's okay. I want the year.
About 100 years ago now.
100 minus 2026.
That's 1926.
So I shouldn't say the year.
But we want the year. You want me to calculate?
I put up a hand as well.
Okay. Let's go with that. Ivan?
I think 1926. Is that the year?
Oh my God.
Actually, insulin was first administered in 1921.
Yeah.
Yeah. Close.
Close.
1 point. I'm giving you 1 point. You are close. And 1 point. 1 point for her also. She tried.
I'm taking,
Yeah.
I'm taking, not have one.
Yeah.
But that doesn't have any point.
So my next question is, what is the difference between basal insulin and bolus insulin?
Wow.
You can give us examples also.
Bolus.
That will be 1 more point.
1 more point.
Yeah.
Guys, put up your hands.
Okay. Let me try anyway. Ivan, you want to go first?
You put up your hand.
Okay, bolus insulin is the type of insulin that we use when we are going to correct our sugar levels. It may be before lunch, before breakfast, or before dinner. Another short acting. So basal, on the other hand, is more of like long acting insulin. But of course it comes is more of like long acting insulin.
Yeah, that's right. Basal is the long acting and bolus is the short acting. That's right.
I knew it. You know, part of me was telling me. Part of me was telling me, yeah, you just said that, but I was like,
Man, the word bolus.
so she has 6 points. Okay. Pull up my socks.
Name all the body parts where we inject our insulin.
There's a hand there side.
Okay, starting with okay, let's name all the body parts. You can inject your upper arm, the upper arm here, not just here, but the upper arm, then around on your belly, but around the navel, not the umbilical cord as some people call it, around the navel, and then your thighs, the side. Can I illustrate?
You can use my
The upper part of the thigh up here and also on the sides. And I've also seen some people inject at the lower part of their arm down here, but not just for anyone, someone with a bit of fat, because you cannot just inject on your bone like, oh, what is that? So I'll also, and also the butt. The butt is the
bam
next.
bam.
Interesting.
You just hold it and, if you have like a mirror or someone to help you, you can, but the upper part, not so down of your butt. So yeah, that is it.
Yeah, those are 5 points for Noeline. And also, for the butt, I think someone needs to help you. Because I don't believe in injecting where you can't see. Yeah, it's not, it doesn't look nice. So I think with the butt, I've taken like 10 years without getting any injection on my butt. It's because I'm injecting myself.
Because you lack experience.
Yeah, so I can't inject myself.
But us
So
with experience,
I
we
think
can.
upper arm, right? Thighs, right? Tummy, right? And the butt, if someone is assisting you. Yeah. So my next question is, which type of diabetes is when the body can't use the insulin the pancreas produces? Which type of diabetes is when the body can't use the insulin the pancreas produces?
Hold on. Is it... You're trying to confuse us intentionally.
You said which type of diabetes cannot use the insulin the pancreas produces. Apparently.
Which type of diabetes is when the body can't use the insulin the pancreas produces?
Now, let me break down that to how I understand. Because we, the type 1 diabetics, like the diabetic type 1 people, we have the pancreas, yes, but it is not functionally producing the insulin we need, yeah? And then we also have type 2. The mellitus and insipidus, like the biological terms confuse me, but I believe it is type 2. Because type 2, their pancreas produces the insulin, yes, but it is very less, and it cannot really accommodate all the carb that they get into the body. The pancreas cannot break down the insulin. Cannot produce enough insulin to break down the sugars. So I believe it is the type 2 diabetic people compared to the type 1, because type 1, we are literally putting in insulin in our bodies each and every day, unlike the type 2 patients. So I believe it's type 2.
Thank you. Thank you, Noeline. Those are 5 marks. It's type 2.
Yeah.
So this other question needs attention, because it's like you need to be attentive.
Bernard has not even gotten a single point. This may have a point.
Okay. So Paul, a diabetic.
Corroborate.
Paul, a diabetic, takes insulin in the morning before the meals and walks 5 miles to school.
Okay.
Paul, a diabetic, takes insulin in the morning before the meals, then takes the meals, and walks 5 miles to school every day. Where would you advise Paul, and which part of the body wouldn't you advise Paul to administer that insulin?
I was the first boy. Since he's walking, I wouldn't advise him to inject himself on the thighs.
And why?
That is another question.
That's an easy question, so you have to explain.
No, but first
You get only 2 points.
I've been robbed.
Okay.
Yes, the science behind it is that when you use your thighs, for example, if you're walking 5 miles and you're going to use your thighs more, that means that particular part of your body is going to be using insulin, is going to, can I say digest, or have insulin work more quickly than other parts, the tummy or the upper.
I think it's because of the absorption.
Okay.
Something like that.
She's right, so I'm giving her 2 points. And you, since the question was yours at first, I'm adding you 1 point. I had given you the 2 points before, so I'm adding you 1 more
only
point.
have 4 points.
So since the muscles are going to be moving, and if Paul injects in the morning in the thigh, on the thigh, the insulin is going to move very fast. It's going to be absorbed very fast. He might likely even get a hypo before school, because 5 miles, it's a long distance. Yeah, so it's better Paul to inject on the tummy or on the hand.
Okay, so in that line,
Yeah.
a boxer who's going for training in the morning is not supposed to inject on the arms.
Yeah, for training in the morning. And
It's going to be
Is it going to use his
it's going to
hands,
be
or is it
punching,
going
training.
Sometimes they also run.
Yeah.
I'm talking about a boxer. He's going to.
For moving.
Don't set your own question.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. I see. I have a tendency when I have a hyper, and I want it to go away very fast. When I'm correcting it, I inject on my thighs and skip the rope 300 times.
300 times.
Yeah.
Okay.
By the time I'm
You're
done,
going to look like someone.
by the time I'm done, my body, my sugars are getting.
You're
to
in a
normal.
hypo.
No, not hypo. Getting to normal. Yeah. That fast.
300.
Yes, 300 times.
Yeah, 300. It's not hard. Try it.
I can't even.
Try it.
I think
Okay, my
this
next
beats
question.
the breast thing,
I know, right?
Man,
Yeah.
300 times.
Let me see my next question here. Okay. Sarah, a sister to a diabetic, tested her brother's blood sugars levels and they were 20.4. How much bolus insulin, the quick acting, would Sarah use to correct how much units? How many, the milliliter units? How much would Sarah need to use?
Master, if you didn't want some of us to win, you should have just told us.
It is okay to speak very hard.
Okay, let me ask again. How old is the sibling?
The sibling is 9 years old.
9 years old. So we are looking at a 9-year-old and we are looking at the type of insulin they are getting. Now we're doing the long acting, which is, let's use Actrapid.
I said bolus.
Okay, bolus.
1 point is taken.
The bolus insulin, which is the fast acting insulin. So I do not advise the sibling to inject the kid more than 5 units, because bolus is the long acting, the fast acting. So I do not advise that kid to be given more than 5 units, because these are kids. They keep on playing. So the kid is here, the kid is there. So the kid gets the insulin, gets more than, let's use an example of more than 10 units. So the kid gets the 10 units, no food, nothing, and he keeps on playing up and down or soccer. Probably this kid will get a hypoglycemia. But when you use the 5 units, he or she can play and do whatsoever game, knowing that, and probably the sister or the brother is going to inject the kid the 5 units on the thigh, and kids are so playful. So we do not expect this kid to be up and okay with the 10 units. So me, I'm going with the 5 units.
Hey.
Thank you, Noeline.
Hey.
Thank you, Noeline.
Quizmaster.
For a 9-year-old,
Can we say a bit?
for a 9-year-old, correction would be 3 units for 20 points.
Oh, yay.
Yeah, so Noeline,
Her answer was wrong.
her answer 5 units. That is mostly directed by our doctors with correcting.
It's too much.
5 units is too much for 20 points
For a 9-year-old.
for a 9-year-old. Directed by our doctors.
Too
5
much.
units, yeah, it's too much. Yeah.
However,
However,
Mr. Quizmaster,
yeah.
next time, you did not clarify. I wish you mentioned the weight of
Our
the
master will deduct 5 points from her.
the weight.
Deduct 5 points from her.
No. Scientifically, the weight can also contribute.
Yeah, a 9-year-old. Mostly a 9-year-old can hardly be more than 40 kilograms. Can hardly, actually, even 30 could be much. Even 30 is much for a 9-year-old.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah. So.
Okay. Mr. Quizmaster, in that
Yes,
line,
sir.
once again. So,
But they've already given the answer.
Already given the answer.
in that line.
He's looking for a
He
point.
wants
He
to-
hasn't gotten
in
any
that
point.
I want to
He's hunting
clarify.
down points.
Okay. Anyway, I want him to clarify. If 5 is too much for a 9-year-old, then who is supposed to take it?
5, still directed by our doctors. 5 can only be taken if you have like 25 and above. Can only, because we are not trying to risk you a hypo.
So even if you're an adult,
Yeah, correcting doesn't mean you have to go back to between 5 to 10. No, correcting is at least putting you to near normal at least, or normal. Yeah, so but it's better than trying. I mean, it's better than a risk of a hypo, because 5 units can be much, and usually we are told.
This master is just disturbing.
Yeah, they're just
so tell them, even if you're an adult, 80
so
kgs,
even if you're an adult,
don't go beyond 4.
don't go beyond 5. 5 is for that 20, 24 and above. Yeah.
Okay.
It's important note, but still, we are not doctors. It is always important that you do what your doctor recommends.
Thanks.
Please listen to your doctors. What works for me may not work for you. What works for Molly may not work for you. So please attend your reviews at the hospitals and also listen to what you do.
Let me see. Okay. This is the hardest question.
And the last one.
And the last one.
Yeah. Give me an opportunity to answer.
So as we said, insulin was first administered in 1921. Yeah. I'm giving out 10 points if you name the 2. If you name those who started the insulin, those who first administered the insulin. If you have their names.
Wait.
I'm giving out. Mostly, I would like if Bernard.
My hand. Are you?
Do you have anything? I'm giving you a chance. 10 points for one answer.
You want me to be the last?
No, the question.
Answer.
Clarify the
5
question.
seconds. If you're afraid in 5
Names of people who came up with this.
Me, teacher.
You go.
John Banting.
No.
No. I'm giving her
No.
3 points.
For what?
Why?
It's the wrong name.
It's a Banting, yes.
No.
Tell me. Tell me. Oh, hold on.
Bunting.
Okay,
John
I'm giving you
Bunting.
5 if you
John
say.
Bunting is a different person.
Yeah.
from Whoever it is who discovered.
Okay. Go on. Your names?
Frederick.
But
10 points and I win this quiz.
No. You
it's just
assisted.
that Banting.
5 points.
Frederick.
5 points. You assisted.
wow.
3 for you for Banting. And who else? There were 2 people.
You say the first person who administered insulin.
The first, actually,
And then they are
There were
giving
2
us
people.
answers for the ones who discovered insulin.
The same ones.
Yeah, who discovered? Yeah.
Discovered it.
Administering is.
Nah,
It was him.
man, you
Who's
have
the-
a negative.
Who's the
now.
second?
Because
I'm already on.
you have a negative. And also Charles Best. Yeah.
I was going
Frederick
to say that.
Banting
I was
and
going to put
Charles
up my
Best.
hand, then you said it. No.
I thought you only had Frederick.
No, I was going to put up my hand, but then you.
The way how I was excited with the combination of the
Just give
names.
us our marks, because I already-
Okay, our quiz is done, and our marks are. I'm starting with. Let me see I'm starting with Ivan. I'm not telling. It's not in order. It's not in order. Don't worry. It's not in order. Ivan has 6 points.
No! How did it 6 points?
Hamida has 9 points. And also, the person with the lowest points is Noeline with 11 points. And Noeline wins today's quiz. Bernard, sorry, I've forgotten you. Bernard, today, sorry, you have a -1. I'm demanding you my point.
Yeah,
Next time.
You should bring it back next time, please.
So initially she had won 12 because you deducted one.
Yeah.
All right, congratulations, Noelin. Noelin is
Oh,
a guest
thank
panelist,
you.
and she's won the quiz at her first attempt.
On her debut.
Noelin.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, so we're done with our segment on quiz, and our next segment is the tea. Tea, we call it chai in Uganda, right? Yeah. I don't know what's it called in Swahili.
Chai.
Chai. I think the Indians also call it chai or something like that.
Habari.
About is a greeting. So we just have a few things we want to talk about. Some things that happening, current affairs, but also that have a direct impact on the lives we live as T1s, because we don't live in a bubble. We live in reality, in the reality of what's happening in our country. So, and this one I want to direct it to Noelin, because she's had this experience of 16 years and she comes from the community. We've heard about the recent conviction of the man, Okello, the conviction of the Gaba murders, and I know it's something that's weighs heavily on people. I do not know, for instance, if something like that what happened in the diabetes community, how do you think people would be helped, especially mental health, dealing with those mental health issues, being anxious and all those things? Do you think there is something that's going on for T1Ds in their communities with regards to mental health?
Apparently, how they would put up measures to help them out regarding their status. Yeah, there are so many ways we as a family, because we are a family. Yeah. We as a family, we as the T1Ds can be helped, because let me just push back a bit. When I was diagnosed, I did not understand until I was 11 years old. So I was always kept alone, eating differently, like people are eating, but you're put aside of the table. So I believe, first of all, is awareness. The parents should be aware. They should know what exactly they are treating, like what exactly their kids are sick of. The teachers, the workmates, the friends. Awareness is the number one thing. There should be awareness for everyone around, like the diabetic people. Number two is, you do not have to stigmatize them all the time. You do not have to push them to the edge and tell them that you're diabetic, you won't make it in life. No, encourage them. Encouragement is the number one thing. And we are also people. We smile the same. We eat the same food. We are not being put on the side because we do not eat this and this. Apparently, we eat everything. So long as you take care of yourself, you can eat everything. So they do not have to be, you find your child eating potatoes. Now in the village, you find your child eating potatoes. You don't have to beat the child. So we have to, number one is awareness. Number two is also the medical workers. Because you can go to the clinic, let me not use my clinic, but outside there, like other clinics, you go to the clinic and the line is very long. Maybe you haven't had insulin for 2 days because you've skipped. I believe you should help these kids, or find maybe a side segment you can put the kids and give them insulin. And also the school should be aware of this, carry out like a school awareness or a parade or something, letting them know that we exist and we have a voice and we are also people, is what I believe can be put out there. And also the government should realize that the children are not just, they're not vulnerable. We are acting, we are, so much, we are full of energy. So they do not have to put us on the side. We need them and they need us.
Yes, indeed.
Yeah.
We should be central. Darren, you want to say something?
Yeah, about Okello, I'm told he's a sickler, someone with sickle cells, not so? Yeah, do they also get mental health problems? Like us?
Yes, they do.
Diabetics get mental health problems.
It's an NCD and it's a chronic condition. So
Honestly, regarding Okello's situation, I don't want to throw it to sickle cell as a condition. I hope we don't understand it like to the listeners. I hope we do not understand it in a different way, you know. I believe there are people who live with sickle cell when they are happy and, you know, doing the right things. Maybe, yes, he may be struggling with a mental health condition or Kelo himself, but it was approved in court that he does not have any mental health issue, you know. So I don't want to back it up to sickle cells. Yeah.
I think that's important. There were reasons that did that. Yeah, you're right. Bernard, do you want to very close and move on to the next topic?
Quickly, about her point
Okay.
of,
Just 30 seconds.
of food.
Just 30 seconds.
Mananga, the food policy. We eat everything, be it cake, be it pineapples, be it juice, be it soda.
Even sugar.
People they throw us out of the line. Don't eat that pineapple is not good for you. Soda. We eat everything. Yeah.
Moderation.
Yeah. But we know how to handle.
All right, and keep the microphone because the next topic I want to talk about is the sovereignty bill. Everybody's talking about the protection of sovereignty bill. I know it's a touchy topic, but unfortunately we never had an opportunity as people level in T1 days to appear before Parliament because we never have these platforms, these opportunities. But now that you're here, you have this opportunity to speak out and share what it means actually for a person living with diabetes. What's your take? Just as less controversial as possible.
Without sounding political.
Yeah, without sounding political.
I know, but I will talk about one. Let me go straight to the 400 million, because some of these organizations that fund us, they do fund us here with insulin, testing strips, machines. Yeah. So in this bill, they are all kept at 400 million a year. Right? Yeah. I don't know how we are going to survive as T1Ds. And we never got any representative. I don't know whether they got someone from Ministry of Health, but I doubt. I highly doubt.
I don't remember anybody speaking about it generally or diabetes generally.
Yeah.
I think that was a very big disservice. I think.
So I think in the right now it might not affect us, but in the future it is going to affect us. Because most of these organizations are NGOs that are supporting us, that are setting up, giving supplies and everything to these clinics. They are NGOs. So once this bill is passed, as T1Ds and people with NCDs, we are going to, I think, we shall suffer.
Well, I hope we don't get to that point.
Hopefully.
I understand the exemptions that were granted, so I hope so.
Yeah. And we hope we are among the exceptions.
Hamida, I see you want to
She's burning.
You were. I want to get your thoughts on two things. Mm-hmm. I know you want to speak on the protection of sovereignty bill, but I also want you to talk about a little on the electronic vehicle buses that have been introduced in Kampala, and we're talking about accessibility for insulin going to clinics. Mm-hmm. Do you think this is a game changer? Do you think it's going to do anything to help the situation?
Honestly, they are vehicles, buses.
Well, electronic vehicle buses.
I honestly feel like the means of transport, it doesn't make a big change because we don't have bus stops in Uganda. Okay, maybe we don't have official. If we had official bus stops and if I have one from, let me say, Namgongo Road to a bus stop which is near by a hospital where I pick my insulin from, that can help me easily from home up to that bus stop being closer to hospitals. If we have those that are dedicated to being close to hospitals, from main roads to hospitals, that can maybe be a game changer. But as per now, maybe if also the cost of transport goes lower, the change is there. But of course, we have organizations like SNF, they have their Project Border thing, which of course helps with facilitating transport. So if the cost of transport goes lower, maybe it can also help increase on the number of young people living with diabetes, like to have a bigger number of, these get the transport. And on the sovereignty bill,
Just 30 seconds.
just 30 seconds.
Yeah.
I feel like we are going to be highly affected, okay? The 400 millions, it may not be enough for some organizations. The Ministry of Health works with most of these organizations to partner to bring health to very many, young people or people living with NCDs. So I feel like it's going to be a serious effect to our societies. Or we are already struggling with insulin being out of stock and people are losing their lives. So it is going to most definitely be a sad reality if this bill goes through. There are very many things in there.
Yes, just for clarity, the bill hasn't yet been passed, hasn't yet been debated, and also there have been amendments that have been made, proposed. So we hope that by the time it's passed, it's a position that doesn't affect T1Ds. And lastly, Darren, you wanted to say something?
Yeah, about the buses.
Oh, yes, about the buses.
I've heard that those buses are cheap, like they're cheaper than our normal transport.
Really?
Yeah, that's what I've heard. And on Sunday, I was reading somewhere that from morning to 2 p.m. free transport.
Oh, on Sundays.
I don't know whether it's working up to, but it's only for now.
It's for morning to, but it's for people going to church.
To church.
Yes.
Oh, okay.
So, as Hamida said, if there was something that could be done and said, okay, maybe for people who are going to this particular route, going to a hospital, the churches, you see, something like that. As
Like
Hamida,
bus stops.
Exactly.
We don't have bus stops
If you can do
here.
it for churches, why don't you do it for people going to
Because
hospitals?
I don't know why. You see, if we had bus stops, it would organize transport. Like you find taxis everywhere, they stop everywhere, they do everywhere. That's what is bringing all that.
And also, maybe a little bit, is Uganda yet, are we there yet to a level whereby these buses can reach Karamoja? You see how the insulin supply chain in Uganda is very, from Zambia to the border of Uganda and Kenya, or to the border of Uganda and Sudan. So if these things that they implement every now and then are equal to everyone,
Rolled out.
the change you clearly seen,
We look forward to that time when EV buses get everywhere. But don't worry, we're working with standard gauge. Soon we shall be. And just one last topic. Friday was Labor Day.
Labor Day.
Yeah, and the president was talking about wealth creation. But we know for many T1Ds, they don't talk about the employment. At the employment, they don't talk about the fact that they have T1D. But also the salaries are increasing.
They're not.
And of course, the rising cost of living, but also added burden of buying, for instance, insulin or all these other things. What does it mean? What does the future look like for a T1D?
A T1D.
Next 2 or 3 years?
Yeah, like you said, for diabetics, or for all the workers around, because it could be your parent.
Yeah, true.
Yeah, it could be your parent, not you, buying you insulin. Their salaries are not increasing, but the prices of things are increasing. Insulin is increasing. And how are we going to be able to budget that? That's a real problem. Because the prices go high, but the salaries don't. They remain the same. They sometimes even drop. Because if someone is running a company or anything, a business, and things are getting high, of course he will look for ways to He'll be like, you see,
Cut costs.
Ivan, we have been paying you 600, but so you see the challenges. We're going to be giving you 400 for now, and shall see when things get back to line. Things like that. Yeah.
That's really sad. Maybe you have something to say?
I don't know if I should say this today. Maybe we can discuss it next week. But there is something new. Does it come in this segment?
Well, I don't know what it is. What is it about?
The Ministry of Health has something coming up with insurance.
There's going to be an entire podcast episode on health insurance scheme. Just I want you to be on the lookout for that particular episode. We'll let you know when it's coming out.
Yeah.
But now, for today, I would like to thank my panelists, Bernard Kanakulia, Hamida Navaka, Darren Mohanji, and Ikwar Nawadi Jafin. And for all of you who are listening to this podcast or watching it from whichever platform you're getting this podcast from, thank you for tuning in. It's been an absolute pleasure. Next week, your host Swabi Udu will be here. I was just standing in for her. My name is Ivan Okoth, and see you at the next episode. Go ground.
Thank you.
Okay.